Ashley Cooke.
Ashley, how you been?
So good. How are you?
Good. You have a Jeep?
I do.
Do you do the thing like they do, like Morgan does, where you walk around and throw the ducks at other Jeeps?
You throw them? Like
I'm not
physically
sure
throw
exactly
them?
what
Yeah,
happens.
throw them.
You can throw it at
them
them.
on the handle.
Okay,
and,
yes,
run away.
that's accurate. Yeah,
Do you
it's
duck
like
do you duck a Jeep?
ducking. Yeah, for sure. And also, like fans of mine now have found this out, so they bring me specific little ducks with stuff written on them to shows. It's a thing. Jeep culture. Come on, get with it, Bobby.
But
You have a Jeep too, though.
No, I got rid of my Jeep.
Oh dang.
The only good thing about my Jeep that I liked was it flooded at once. I was driving and didn't have the top on. And it
Yikes.
rained and it flooded, but then I just pulled the things out of the floorboard and
plug.
it
100%.
drained.
It's meant for like mudding and off-roading and stuff. So
Yeah,
it's
and
a
I'm
game
not.
changer.
Look at me. I'm not meant for mudding or off-roading in any way.
I have a newer Jeep though. My first Jeep was like a 2014 and it had all the same kind of stuff. The newer ones though, they're pretty high tech, so I can't really go off-roading and mudding with like leather interior. You know what I mean?
Did you get a new one in the last couple years?
Yeah, like last year, 23.
You're like, I'm kind of making it now. I'm going to get a new Jeep. Was that the move?
Honestly, I mean, yeah, I was like, I'm gonna treat myself, but also my old Jeep, my first Jeep was a 20, I think it was 14, and it was getting just like some engine failure and stuff like that, which usually they hold their value very well. So I was very surprised by it. But I was like, all right, new life, let's do it.
Do you show your Jeep, your specific Jeep now on your social media?
I do,
So
and I debated not doing that.
I wonder because if people identify you by your Jeep,
Yeah.
it's a little bit of privacy that you're already not. I mean, you're as open as you can be as an artist.
100%.
But if people like see your Jeep out and you're like at the, what will be an embarrassing place to be, like the butt doctor.
Sure,
butt
sure, that's
doctor?
good. That's
They're
embarrassing.
like, Ashley Cooks at the butt doctor.
Oh my gosh.
Have
I
listeners
mean,
spotted your Jeep?
For sure, 100%. I don't have the windows tinted either yet, so I need to kind of like, But also, I love it because it's part of the community. It's Jeep fam. People that drive Jeeps will like Jeep wave and be like, oh my god, wait, hey.
I thought
So-
when I had a Jeep, everybody waved at me.
you didn't
And I
wave.
thought-
You didn't wave back.
Well, I was always confused.
What do you mean? Do they do like a full blown wave or just like the Jeep wave?
No, well, it doesn't matter because I didn't know that was a thing when I had it, and I was like, "Oh man, I wonder who that was." Like 8 people I was
Every
like,
time.
Wonder who that was.
It's a good thing you sold it though, because everybody waves all the time. That's also though. Here's my thing. Okay, I'm one of those people that only waves at Wranglers. I don't wave at like Grand Cherokees.
Oh, you're a snob.
I wouldn't say I'm a snob, but I feel like it's one of those things that I'm like, okay, well, it's a Wrangler thing. Like, do you go duck a Grand Cherokee, or it's only a Wrangler, right?
No, it's only a Wrangler.
Is Wrangler
you,
like
see?
what I think of as a
The
Jeep?
Jeep,
Yeah,
like my
like a
Jeep.
normal, like
yeah.
like the
That's what
OG
you
Jeep.
had.
But see, now they have the trucks, so you see the front of it, you
Just
think
not
it's
the
a
brand,
Wrangler.
Yeah.
though. So you don't wave at everything that's a brand of a
No,
Jeep.
no,
just
no.
like
It's
the
just
Jeep.
the Wrangler,
A
like
Jeep
the
Liberty?
box,
Got
like the
it.
boxy looking one, the
Got
normal
it.
Wrangler,
All right.
not the Grand
I'm glad I got
Cherokee.
rid of it because I'm annoyed by this conversation now.
What do you drive now?
A lot of things.
Okay.
Mostly I drive a Hyundai.
Yeah, you do.
Hyundai. I
Yep.
say it like that. I don't know why.
What was in the parking spot this morning? Did I drive the Hyundai or no? My car this morning. Where'd you come into?
The parking garage right here.
Um,
I saw the red Jeep out there, but I thought for a second that was yours. But
That's
no,
No,
Eddie's.
that's mine.
Yeah.
okay. So we're all Jeep fans here. You're
Yeah.
the lame one here. You
I
ditched
like
us.
Jeep.
You ditched our Jeep family.
I just got annoyed that people would wave at me all the time and I didn't know them. Because where I grew up, everybody waved at everybody, but you knew everybody.
Yeah, that's part of the community though with Jeep
I'm
is
done.
everybody's kind of like. "What's up?"
I got enough communities in my life, I'm going to be honest with you. Your hometown, what is it?
It's kind of a interesting answer because I moved around a lot growing up, but I usually just say Parkland, Florida, because I was there before I was in Nashville. So like high school years were spent in Florida, and then I moved here from there.
Like if I were to say the house you grew up in is what town?
Well, I lived in 19 homes before I was 18.
I know, but I'm saying like what,
Well,
do you have
that's what I'm
one
saying,
that
it
you
was tough.
assigned to as like the house you, like
The house that built me.
If someone said, we're doing a special on you, Ashley Cooke, and we want to go to the house that you have the most memories in, where would you go?
Probably Parkland. Because I spent I was 14 to 18 in that same house. So I spent the most time, I think, in that one house. And my high school graduation party was there and so many memories. Like I got my first Jeep there and all of that. So I'd probably go Parkland if I had to choose.
And you moved around so much because?
My dad's job, he's a corporate guy. And also I started music really young. Like my sister was in acting when she was 11, 12 years old. I was in music when I was 11. So we kind of just moved around for that. And I was in Nashville super young, actually. I came here first in 2010 to write songs on Music Row.
Do you remember the first famous Nashville person you met when you were coming to town? You're like, wow, this is crazy.
Well, famous how? Like artist famous or like writer famous?
I would say artist famous. Amy just saw Keith, we know Keith Urban, but Amy
Yeah.
just saw Keith Urban hiking the other day.
Oh my gosh, so fun.
So you come to
He's so
Nashville
great.
and you just see somebody around. Do you remember, you're like, holy crap, that's...
I want to say it was Shania Twain. We saw her at what used to be Cantina Laredo down in the Gulch.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and she was sitting at a table, and my sister and I had written a song with her name in it. We walked up, we're like, we have a song, and she was like, why are you bothering me at my dinner? But yeah, we saw Shania, I think,
I've
first.
never seen Shania.
No.
I mean, she doesn't live here.
Yeah.
She's
Even
been
when
in the
she did-
studio.
Yeah, I've talked to her working, but I've never randomly seen her anywhere.
That's amazing.
It
That's
had to have
pretty
been
cool.
like 2012.
Yeah.
Like it was like a minute ago.
How old
so.
were you the first time you came to town to work?
I'm bad at math. Okay, so 2010. I'm 26 now. What would that be? I don't know.
14, 12.
14 years ago.
14 years ago?
Yeah,
So it's
so 12.
26 minus 14, 12?
Yeah.
I didn't study math in school.
So you were 12
Like,
years old coming
yeah.
to town with what purpose?
Music. I wanted to perform and like write songs on Music Row, and I literally got to town. My sister and I were in a duo together that we had from being in LA and moving around a lot and stuff, and came to town and started writing stuff on Music Row and just kind of like planted in the town. And my dad was still in California at the time, so we kind of split time between the two, trying to pursue a career out here.
I'm going to play the new song, Your Place, which, by the way,
Do it.
in case you guys haven't heard, Ashley is the iHeartCountry on the Verge artist, which just means this company commits a ton of time and energy and airtime to playing your music. So it's a big deal. Congratulations.
Huge deal. Thank you so much.
That's really cool for you. I mean, everything's been, it really feels like, and I know you're living in the weeds, so everything feels maybe a bit slow because you're waiting. But man, from afar, it's been like you've blown up.
It's been wild.
It's crazy.
I will say too, like, you're right, being in the weeds sometimes with this career, you can feel like, okay, like, is anything even happening? Do people actually care? Like, all of that stuff. But I would say the last couple months have really felt like momentum picking up, which is just huge. And it feels like Nashville and iHeart and so many people are like rallying around what I'm doing. And it's exciting. It's
That's
a huge
cool.
honor to get to like be in this spot, you know?
Give me your top three. If I said, let's do four, like your Mount Rushmore artists that you have listened to the most in your life.
Listen to the most. Okay, I'd go Rascal Flatts. I'd go
That's
Ed
number
Sheeran.
one, huh?
100%. I
Wow.
love Taylor Swift, obviously, too. They might be tied. Taylor Swift and Rascal Flatts.
Okay.
Ed Sheeran. And lately, I'd say JP Saxe. He's a killer artist. He's amazing.
Have
So
you
great.
met the Flats guys? Any of
Yeah.
them? Okay.
Yeah, I've met almost all of them. I've met Gary and Jay.
Yeah.
And Jay actually was at the Opry the other night and stopped by and said hey. And
How cool is it you get to play the Opry?
Oh
It's
my
like,
gosh.
you-
It was my fourth time playing it. And I was like, this is insane. And it's weird too because my first time I was super, super nervous. Like just walking up there, you're like, there's so much history in this building and making your debut. Also, the crowd at the Opry, they're all just sitting there staring at you, which I mean obviously in country we're used to playing like bar crowds and louder stuff. And the Opry is just so they care and they pay attention and they're zoned in. So it's cool. Now I feel like this is my hopefully fifth time playing it soon. And it's like, you know, I'm finally like, okay,
Yeah, it gets
take a deep
easier.
breath. Like, you're good. Yeah.
It gets
You got
easier
it.
because, well, the first time, same, like the lights, you're in the circle. My favorite time was the second time I played it. I think I played it, I don't know, 20 times or so now, just doing comedy. But
Yeah.
first time was the worst and the best.
That's what I'm saying. Because you're like,
Because
okay.
you don't really get to take it in. You're just so in awe of everything happening.
Yeah, it's not like a normal show. You have such a big like weight on your shoulders to, you know, do well and make the Opry proud. So it's definitely a different thing. But now I feel like this last time I was a lot more confident walking in there.
Yeah, I could see people's faces now.
100%.
And not just be blurred. And
Yes.
like, oh God,
and
you know.
overthink what you're going to say before
Yeah.
you walk on stage and, you know,
Yeah,
don't say a curse word. It's the Opry. Like,
Well, I don't deal with that one. But, yeah.
oh, I do. I have the mouth of a sailor. It's horrible.
Congratulations, Ashley, on everything. Really, I mean, we started talking with you, Mike, how long ago? Ashley?
Super early on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy to watch. And I just, watch you from afar and see your socials and stuff, all the cool things happening. But you deserve it all.
Thanks, Bobby.
It's so cool to see you just kind of kill it now. And you're getting I saw you got a CMT award nomination.
I did. I'm so
Is
excited.
that your first big nomination?
Yeah, first one.
That's
First
cool.
like big award show.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if I win, fingers crossed, then it's like the whole walk up on stage, do the acceptance speech, all of that. So
The best part is the red carpet beforehand because you haven't lost yet.
honestly though, the category is pretty dope. So I feel like I'm one of those people. I've never been a very competitive person. So I feel like
Oh, see, I am. For
I'm
me,
so
I
not.
just want to. I don't like winning. I hate losing. So that's why I think of it as like
you don't like winning.
I don't. If I win, that's fine. I hate losing.
Okay, so you'd rather
I'll stab my eyes out before I lose something.
Damn, really?
I don't mind winning.
I'm like, that's so weird. That's such a weird take on it that you hate. You don't like winning, but you hate losing.
It's a insecurity thing, right? Like if I
Okay.
lose, then people look down on me.
But if you win, then
If
you're
I
like,
win, well, I'm
have
probably
to
gonna
give a
eventually lose
speech.
again
Oh
anyway.
no.
I don't care about that. But it's like if I win, how long is it gonna last? Somebody else is gonna win it in another year anyway, or people are gonna be like, hey, he doesn't deserve.
I feel like I overthink a lot, and you overthink times 30 based off that statement.
I think our overthinking is probably both just based on the different traumas in our life. I just hate losing because I feel
Interesting.
less than.
See, I walk into award shows and all these things if I'm nominated thinking like, oh, so-and-so is totally going to win it, and I'm so happy for them. That's how I walk into it.
I never thought that
And
was
like
my
you're
life.
honored to just to be.
That's what I'm saying.
I've never been
'Cause
happy
also-
for anybody to beat me at anything.
I think, do you know what the Enneagram is?
Yeah, I'm a 8.
Okay, I'm a 7. And so 7s avoid negative emotion. And I think that that's why I do that is I'm like, oh, obviously this is not going to happen. So if it does happen, I'm like over the moon, but I'm not expecting it to be let down. You know
You're
what I mean?
also just always there for a good time.
Exactly. Like, let's just get some drinks, have a good time. Whatever. If people win, sick. If they don't, okay. Like,
I'm
all
the
good.
opposite of that too. I prefer not a good time, and I prefer to only suffer. Yeah, I'm a challenger.
Okay.
I
I could see that. I
wanna
could definitely see that.
Yeah. I want to, yeah. Ashley, I'm going to challenge her right now. I'm not going to, though. I'm going to let her go.
I'm
She's having
scared.
a wildly successful career. She's the new iHeartRadio On the Verge artist with her song that we just played called Your Place. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Every time you come in, it's something new and something big, and I have a feeling this is going to be a trend for a while. So great to see you. Let me say this. You can go, and Ashley's on with Jordan Davis on his tour. Go to ashleycooke.com, Cooke, and you can see all the dates, playing all the festivals.
All the festivals, all the things.
You got a bus now.
I do.
Not in a van anymore.
Sleeping now,
Yeah.
actually, through the night, which is so nice.
That's super cool. And then check out the Shot in the Dark, which came out last year. But what's the deal? When's the new package? When's the new, like...
New music?
Yeah, like, what's up?
It's always so hard that I feel like when I drop my debut album, people are like, okay, cool, this is cool. Now what's next? Like, it's one of those things. I've already written enough to fill a second album, truly, but we're just kind of taking our time. You know, this song is doing really great at radio, which is very exciting, and who knows? We'll see. No news yet, but you'll be the first to know, I swear. I'll tell you first.
You won't tell me first, but
I will,
we'll say
but
it
I
for
will.
the sake of this interview. She will tell me very first.
I'll call you and be like, yo.
Ashley Cooke, follow her at the Ashley Cooke. Good to see you, and congratulations. Our new iHeart Country On the Verge artist, it's Ashley Cooke. Good job.
Thank
Good
you so
job.
much,
All right.
buddy.
It's a